Hi, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're going to be watching this short video clip. My name remains Rotimi Daniels. Akekakawi kokolojo loro tibabo loro bagbo kilo fe fi mi se. I know some of you are still tied down in those covens they call churches because of the threat, because the pastors over presiding or the mentally derailed people that call themselves pastors, they have threatened, they have said a lot of things that when you leave, you will come back or something will happen to you and everything. I am bringing it to you directly today that it is one of the biggest lies. And if you are one of the people with evidence that your pastor has been threatening that when you go, you come back and everything, bring such pastors to us, because we're really working hard on even having a kind of a platform whereby even when we expose them and they think they have power, we will go power to power with them. Just like the program of one of them, Power Must Change Hands. This time around, power is changing hands into the hands of those who are not power drunk, who are not wicked. It is love and humanity over religion. And what am I saying in this video? There is a situation whereby the federal government of Nigeria has a setup. There's a reason for which they set up establishments like Nig.Govt, whereby Nig.Govt can go and check the quality of a food or drugs that a particular company is trying to dish out to people to make sure that it is not harmful to people. And you will think that in this wise, if lives are still very important to the federal government of Nigeria, I think it is high time they started looking into what these pastors are selling to people in the name of Jesus, in the name of water, in the name of oil and some other products which so many people have died of as a result. Now, because we don't ask questions, or we are afraid to ask questions, it's the reason why we are where we are today. And why am I saying this? Paul Eneche, as a point of study in this video, Paul Eneche claimed in his church, or they claimed in his church, allegedly, that that he healed a boy who has a kidney problem. And the mother of the boy allegedly went to Federal Medical Center, Abuja or wherever, the well-known hospitals, that yes, they have the paper to confirm that the boy was having problem. And from what I read online, they said that Paul Eneche prayed for this boy and the boy was made whole. And when the boy went back to the hospital to go and check, they found out that the boy was having two kidneys here, one good one, one bad one, and another one that is good on the right-hand side. Yes, after all said and done, allegedly, the hospital said they do not have any evidence of such test, of such diagnosis. You pastors, for how long are you going to be doing this? Where is your conscience? Iboleti muiro. How do you feel when you want to sleep at night? What is wrong with your conscience? Is it a must that you maintain a status quo that doesn't exist? And I tell you for a fact, if there is a body who looks into what church and mosque activities have been, I am telling you for a fact, for free, that so many private hospitals will be closed down for being the people that are dishing out fake medical papers to these pastors. Nigerians, please wake up. There are so many news on social media where a pastor is busted. Are you going to be talking about in the busted? Are you going to be talking about what do they call it? Even Baba Deboye, Oyedepo, all of them put together. What about Chosen, who claimed that a girl's elder sister was healed of deaf and dumbness, only for the girl to come out on social media that it is all lies, and yet these men are not touched because they are paying the Nigeria police force. Allegedly, because if they are not paying them, how can our Nigeria police force How can they be behind these men to perpetrate their evil and say they are protecting them? Why can't the police force ask them to use the name of Jesus that they are selling to people for their own protection too? I'm asking, Inspector General of Police, Nigeria, we are calling upon you to start looking into the activities of pastors. We're not supposed to be dragging these things with you guys. The protection of average, even the least Nigerian citizen, it is your responsibility to make sure that they are protected within their constitutional rights. Unfortunately, the reverse is the case. When anybody is having issue with a pastor, you people begin to harass such individual. It is getting to a height where you are making people go crazy. So many people are dying in their silence because of what they have experienced in the hands of so-called pastors that are paying you people allegedly. Nigeria police, it is high time you start thinking of the last day you are going to spend on this planet Earth. How much are they giving you that can actually buy your conscience? Inspector General Police, Nigeria, we are calling upon you, and we're still going to be begging on everyday basis. You have to start looking into the activities of these pastors. NAFDAC, you have to start checking what these churches are selling to people. People drink water, they drink a lot of things, all in the name of Holy Communion. Who is checking the sources of these things they are feeding the masses? But because they are big establishments that are paying you people, you don't want to look in that direction. We are still going to be talking about the noise pollution. Nigerians too, they have constitutional rights. Churches are not supposed to be within residential areas. Mosques are not supposed to be within residential areas. You are making Nigerians to go crazy. Yes, so many years back, so many of us were part of this madness. But it is high time we all woke up. This madness must stop. I am working on a case now where I have to call out the pastor, I have to call out the police people that were reported to. They reported to them and they never did anything. They reported to task force, they reported to noise pollution Ogun State. Nothing is done. If I begin to post the video evidences of the noise, you are going to be angry yourselves. What am I trying to say? If any pastor claims to have done any miracle, health-wise, let us ask for evidence like Olukoya too did, and I asked for evidence. I said, give us the scan result when the woman's baby didn't have head and when the baby has head. And tell us the name of the husband to know where he got money to have bought you bulletproof SUV. Now. You pastors should go and do meetings. Enough of this madness. Close down if it is not working again. People are becoming wise. And lastly, I will say, how can you as a man say you are a pastor, God called you? Then you carry the same Bible up and down morning, afternoon, night. Then you are going to be depending on single mothers. You are going to be depending on single mothers for your daily feeding, for everything you need. Are you crazy? And if you are such persons that are boosting the ego, rubbing the ego and pride of these mentally derailed men called pastors, please, you need to join us in this process and stop feeding them. Enough is enough. Look at the life their children are leading. Look at the life your own children are leading. Please help me spread this video. Help me press share. Let it go viral. We are calling on Nigerian government, we are calling on Nigeria police force to come and start looking into the activities and testimonies of pastors and their dogs that they are using for these evil businesses. My name has not changed. Rotimi Daniel singing on me. You know, this fight for humanity, it is a fight to finish. Me, Yoso, Ireo.